gang, we back. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't. All right, so we was moving on anyway. Damn, I don't fucking see how much battery I got. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat. Okay, thanks. All right. Wow. You guys got number 44. And when we was about to cut off, it was 44 people in the chat, I think, or 44 likes or some shit like that. But you got number 44, storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. Ashe. And remember you had the tower in reverse, gang? Oh my God. This is all lining up perfectly. Okay. This card says, just when you thought things were taking a turn for the better, in came a hurricane of hurt. Now you find yourself utterly exhausted from trying to survive it all. Rest assured, the clouds are finally starting to part, making room for much needed sun. And you had the sun twice. Like the clouds, you should also let go of past or present pain in order to make room for something better. Oh my God, I told y'all ass. I told you. Shit. Yep, I told you. Better days ahead, brighter days ahead. Even if the physical weather isn't perfect where you are. You know what I mean? It comes to an end. And you have to let go. Of the past pain, that Six of Cups energy, and that Three of Swords. All right. Let's see. Bottom of the deck is villain. Number 38, which breaks down to the 11. Villain. You can always rewrite the story. Woo! Yes, honey. Yes. This is so on brand. Okay, let's read this. This card says, a hard truth to swallow. Sometimes our villains win. However, that doesn't mean you should give up or lose all hope. It just means that it's time to rewrite the story and keep going. It can be incredibly freeing and empowering to reclaim yourself after a personal tragedy. Oh my God, gang. Y'all reclaiming yourself. Rewriting the narrative of who you are. Your past pain does not define you. Don't feel ashamed for what others have done to you, or anything like that, said about you, blah blah blah, thought about you. It doesn't matter. You are rewriting yourself. And guess what? This card being the villain, you just might show up as the villain now. Look how she got that damn rock over her head like she about to bash this turtle in the head. Now, I'm not saying she should, because I'm against that. But I'm saying, like, you might just look like the villain. She might not be about to bash a turtle over the head. Is that even a turtle, gang? Because I don't even think that's a turtle anymore. Okay, let me look. It's not a turtle. Lord forgive me. It is not a turtle, gang. What is wrong with me now? Why I think she was bashing the turtle? It's a shell. Okay, so she bashing that shell so she can come up out of her shell. Something she's been contained in for a long time. It's time to bust up out of there. Look. Don't listen to me, gang. Look, I'm about to end this reading because I done already fucked up. Shit. Fucking right, Avy. Poor turtle. All because of me. I ain't shit, gang. Alright. Okay, let's move on. Damn it. The next card you guys got is number 8, wings. You never needed those wings to fly. Well, the turtle needed the wings to fly because I didn't bash him over the head. Let me pull it together. All right. Lord. I can't, gang. All right. You never needed those wings to fly. It seems like you're... All right. It seems like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of self-doubt and self-criticism. When you tell yourself you can't do whatever you set your mind to, that's what we refer to as a negative self-talk. And it's extremely toxic. Just as we expect others to treat us with kindness, we also need to treat ourselves with kindness. A bird can't fly away if it never left out of its cage. Whew. All right. You gotta fly free, gang. I'm telling you. It's time to break out of that shell, man, and fly free. The past doesn't define you anymore. It's like you lived in that, like you lived in the mistakes you made, the mistakes that you allowed that were made to you. You lived in so much of those things that it became like a shell or a prison. And maybe on the inside you couldn't get hurt, but you couldn't live freely either. So it's time to like free up. Okay? Yeah, because now that the storm is over, you got to get back out there. And she running through the storm barefoot. So even when the storm is here, you still got to be free. You still got to run through it. You know? Alright, hold up, y'all. Okay. You got lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. Yeah. And see, when you let the past define you, you tend to doubt your worth. Because you have stuck yourself in a place where you made those certain mistakes, where or shit had happened to you, where somebody had you fucked up, and it's just too much. It's just a vicious cycle, you know? And then that begins you doubting your worth. You know, you can't do that. All right, this card says, there will always be someone in your life who doubts the amazing things you're capable of. It is then that you must decide to be your biggest champion. Believe wholeheartedly in your own worth, regardless of outside opinion. Feed yourself a steady diet that speaks to self love, self kindness, and self confidence. And that diet is words of affirmation and self talk. Eight of Swords in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. Really healing that self talk. She's hanging a picture on the wall that says, "You are always enough." I am always enough, is what it says, but you get it. You know? So it's like, wow. And even this card says, every hurricane comes to an end. I'm sorry. Oh my God. I'm looking at the other card and reading this one. This says, don't doubt your self worth. But this card says, every hurricane comes to an end. So, like, this is literally the end of you doubting yourself and, you know, being too hard on yourself and not seeing the beauty in your life around you that you should be cultivating at this time. The fucked up thing about the generations that we're in now is that people are growing up and realizing that the way they were treated as children and the way they were conditioned throughout their life, or the way they condition themselves to be, is not healthy anymore. It's not helping anything. You know, and so that comes along with stepping out of self-doubt. Okay. All right, now forgive came up in reverse. Let's talk about it. Because sometimes, look, I'm going to tell you something. And I say this shit. Some motherfuckers don't deserve forgiveness. Some things cannot be forgiven. And forgiveness is fake. Shit. And y'all gonna be mad at me, but I don't give a fuck. Forgiveness is fake. It's an illusion. And you got the right to say, no, it ain't, Ori. And I'm gonna be like, you know what? I respect your opinion. And that's it. You know? But, you know, don't listen to me all the time. Motherfuckers be wanting you to forgive them for the most horrible things. And they can't forgive you for some dumb shit, some petty surface level things that don't make up the whole of anything. And then it's all an illusion anyway. Because do motherfuckers really forgive, or do they just put up some goddamn mask like they're okay with the shit that happened to them? And some of that shit ain't forgiving. Ain't forgiving. Ain't forgivable. You know what I mean? But you know. All right, hold up. All right, I'm back. All right, let's read this. And I already know this card gonna say quite the contrary to what I just stated. But you never know. This might be something somebody else needs to hear. Shit. Okay. Woo! Oh Lord. It says you've been holding a grudge against somebody in your life. Maybe it's a loved one or maybe it's yourself. This isn't a card telling you that you must learn to practice forgiveness. No. Forgive them on your own terms. And if and when you feel ready to do so. This is simply a nudge for you to consider whether the time is present. Don't let forgiveness feel like an obligation, but like a shiny red rope that gets you through your sleepless late nights. Yeah, so maybe you do forgive, maybe you don't. That's your business. Like I'm saying, shit. You know? And sometimes people will do you bad, gang, and then they'll come around and they'll be like, "Oh, you turned a new leaf in your life, so now forgiveness is obligatory to you." And then them motherfuckers will still be sitting up closed off and holding a grudge against you for some shit. And be trying to have you console them in some type of forgiveness when they need to be saying sorry to you for some shit that they have chosen to not see. That's why I be feeling like forgiveness is fake as fuck. Because motherfuckers be wanting forgiveness just so they can sleep better at night. They don't be wanting forgiveness because they did you wrong and they know it hurt you. They be wanting forgiveness so they can feel absolved of all responsibility and accountability in your own little fucking warped ass, seven of cups ass mind. They don't really care about like, oh, if you okay, if you healed, or oh, I'm taking accountability for the times that I hurt you and I knowingly did it. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about none of that sometimes. And then on the other opposite end of the spectrum, you will say you forgive a motherfucker, but you never forget. So if motherfuckers and this shit is real, I can forgive, but I can't forget. Well, nigga, if I can't forget, then I can't forgive. Okay, because every time I think about that shit, I'm gonna want to punch you in the throat. So I guess forgetting and forgiving don't go hand in hand. But that's just my outtake on it. You could think about it how you want. You know? Especially when you the motherfucker that want forgiveness. When you want forgiveness, you want a motherfucker to absolve every thought from their mind of any way they could have slighted you. Because you want forgiveness. And you want to feel out in the world like you some perfect being or some shit. That's why a lot of motherfuckers be wanting forgiveness. Especially if it don't come with like change behavior or love or actually literally turning over a new leaf. That shit is an illusion. And you keep giving a motherfucker enough chances, they'll hang both y'all asses. So sometimes you just gotta like accept shit for what it was and move on and stop worrying about how forgiveness looks like out in the world. Because that shit ain't real sometimes. All right, let's move on. Oh, yeah. All right. Let me see. Okay, we still good on battery, man. Oh my god, I hope I didn't mess this up. Watch how quickly you shift and the energy shifts with you. And every shift ain't comfortable and every shift ain't uncomfortable either. You got full moon, surrender to the divine. With mutable moon, nothing is set in stone. Wow, this is major opportunity. Remember I said once you take back control of your life and then you release it, but you releasing it into like the universe, into God's hands. That's the surrendering to the divine. And then nothing yet is set in stone. So if you thinking of the bad, or if you made a wrong turn, you still have a chance right now to shift into the better gear. Mm-hmm. Bottom of the deck, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So we already talked about that with the Hermit energy on the first line. Like, oh, it feels good here. This is amazing. I know everything here. But there's need for new. Waning moon. What do you need to release? Bottom of the deck. Yep. Old outdated ways of being and relating to yourself. And old outdated ways of people relating to you, because when people have not mentally and spiritually evolved, they can't see you as the new you, so they will try to hold you hostage to the old outdated ways that they are comfortable in you being. And that's stagnating yourself when you agree to do that. When you go into that type of energetic contract with motherfuckers, you are telling them, like, yes, you can keep me stagnant. Yes, you can keep me in this childlike space. Or yes, you can keep me in this small space, as long as it means that we will still have our connection and we can still be in this comfort zone. Like, it's a lot of stuff that goes on in the comfort zone that does not allow you to grow. All right. Woo! Look at Spirit. You got new moon in Scorpio. We in Scorpio season, and then we moving into this moon and this eclipse energy with Scorpio's opposite sign, Taurus. Okay? This card says, work through your fears. Mm-hmm. So y'all gonna be feeling heavy for at least 7 days. And then eclipse energy lingers for a long time. Okay? So with that Taurus Scorpio energy, and then this fucking Leo energy at the bottom of the deck, somebody gonna have to work on not being stubborn. Time to take action, new moon in Aries. Somebody gonna have to stop being stubborn and wavering. Wow, bottom of the deck, South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. So it's like your North Node already came out at the top here. Step out of your comfort zone. Then your North Node comes out. Then your South Node comes out. Don't let your past hold you back. So, like, you, Two of Swords energy, like I said, you have some decisions to make. You gonna choose to be in your North Node or your South Node energy. What sign is in your South and your North Nodes? You need to know that. That'll help your ass gauge when you acting out of the lower and higher aspect of your ego. Because you can't kill your ego. But I feel like your north and your south node will help you balance that shit. So you better figure it out. Because there's going to be a need to come into a healthy medium here. Bottom of the deck, full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome forecast. So it's some type of balancing act you need to do. Something is unbalanced right now. And look, new moon in Taurus. Come on, gang. New moon in Taurus. Telling you, I believe that shit is tomorrow, November 8th. And it's no coincidence that a lot of elections is going on tomorrow, November 8th. And Taurus is represented by the Hierophant and the Tarot, which represents like institutions and traditions and higher up and shit like that. But this card says new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. So getting something balanced. You know, Taurus is ruled by the sign of Venus, which also represents like money and wealth and beauty. So there needs to be a better aesthetic about some shit, but it also needs to be some type of work and calculating energy onto that. The next card came out for you guys is luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Some of you guys may have a Sagittarius moon or rising, or you may be a Sagittarius sun. Last card is the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Okay. Bottom of the deck before we close this deck out is don't let your pride get in the way. Full moon in Leo. So even if it don't look like everybody cheering it on and shit, don't let that lower aspect of your pride with the moon and Leo in reverse keep you from striving, from showing up, from doing what you have to do. Okay? And sometimes maybe for some of you guys with that new moon and Leo in reverse, you might have to fake it till you make it or something. But you'll make it. Okay? But, you know, with the fixed energy coming out, like, don't be too stubborn at this time. Don't choose to dig your heels in just because you're not getting the immediate response or answer you want. Knight of Pentacles in the upright. This is a time to be flexible and structured, okay? Prepare for alternate routes, you know? Prepare to have to go the extra mile a little bit. Knight of Pentacles. Prepare to have to submit another document. Prepare to have to, you know, take a chance. Don't dig your heels in or shut down just because you don't get the type of quick thing that you want. That's not that's not healthy. And you see how my throat chakra just did that? That when you do that, you block healthy communication. You block answers with the moon in Gemini. The answers that you need will be presented. Like, you block healthy communication when you shut down just because you don't get immediate response of something you want. In those times you have to step into critical thinking, not shut down, cancel and delete and block and all this shit. No, you have to be able to use critical thinking. Ace of Swords in the upright position. So plans can still be carried out. Knight of Pentacles. Two of Swords in reverse. Wow. The seer. Hey, hey, gang, gang. Follow your intuition. Yes. The high priestess came out in the upright for you already, so. Wow. Bottom of the deck. The chalice in the upright position. Rejuvenation and fulfillment. Mm-hmm. Follow your intuition, and you're going to be led to very divine things. Feeling more like with the rejuvenation energy here, just younger, lively. Your spirit, your inner child is going to have time to fly free, you know? And the fulfillment here with the chalice. You'll be able to drink of your own cup, drink of the fulfillment, you know? Bottom of the deck, the maiden in the upright position. A new relationship blossoms. Love on the cards again, gang. You better start to pour into yourself now with the chalice and the seer. Look into your heart chakra. Look into your love wounds. It's time to look at those things, face those things, because new love is coming. Okay? And it might be unsuspecting for some of you. But you have to do the work now. You have to. Because love is on its way. You have hindrance. What's this hindrance, Spirit? Wow. Hindrance, and choose your words carefully. Okay, so hindrance came out, and then choose your words carefully came out. So some of you guys may have a tendency to pop off. Who's ever coming with this chalice and this seer, they may be very intuitive too and very spiritually tapped in and at some type of peace here with the rejuvenation and fulfillment. They're not going to argue with you. With the hindrance, fate has blocked this path for you, and the Sphinx, choose your words carefully. Somebody's not going to argue. Someone's not going to tolerate like, oh, I was mad, so I said that. I only said that about you because I was mad. I only wished that upon you because I was mad at the time. Someone's not going to put up with that. And that's going to be a hindrance for someone. How they speak and think and speak to spirit about other people as soon as they're upset. Bottom of the deck, the serpent. A sly and subtle approach is needed. Taking your time. Yeah, because look, jealousy leads to a downfall. Yeah, someone says mean-spirited things when they're jealous. Or when they feel like their sneaky, sly, passive-aggressive approach doesn't work, they get very jealous and angry. But you have love and prosperity coming in here. This love and prosperity is on the table. But seduction, passion, and romance comes in too. You're going to have a decision you have to make. Bottom of the deck is imagination clouds your judgment. So someone, that's Seven of Cups, someone just always thinks the worst. Someone is always in la la land and they're not touching down with what really is going on. And that's a hindrance to them. That's going to make them make the wrong decisions, say the wrong things, act out for no reason. And this new love is just going to fall away. This new love is going to leave. See? Look, fire. Reckless actions lead to conflict. So see that Queen of Cups in reverse. Someone is just always kind of like jaded. No matter if it's good or bad. They just want to be in that energy. being in that energy all the time is going to push love away from them. The seer with the chalice, this is foreseeing. Somebody needs to work on their communication. Because with love and prosperity showing up, but jealousy, and then choose your words carefully. Someone just, anytime they feel threatened or left out or something, they just act out in a very toxic way that pushes love and prosperity away from them. With the winds of change, surroundings undergoing a transition, yeah, like whenever someone feels jealous, they act out in a way that like changes everything around them, changes the wind, changes the way things could have went. But they don't see it. They don't see it. They're stuck in this mindset that, well, if someone wouldn't have made me mad, I wouldn't have been like that. Well, if someone would have just did what I said, I wouldn't have act like that. Well, if someone would have just tiptoed around my triggers, I wouldn't have act like that. And they're going to carry that on till they're just like old and gray and alone. And it will just be a timeline of regret when love and prosperity was in front of them, but they didn't choose their thoughts or their words wisely, and it slipped right between their fingers. Got the star. A long journey brings rewards. So for some of you guys, like we saw earlier, you've been through it a lot with the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the world. There is going to be a reward. But somebody still has like social cues and emotional triggers that they have to work on. Because this card says bright new prospects are on the horizon, but it comes up in reverse, and sometimes in dating, and sometimes they call a suitor like a prospect or something. So it's like someone needs to temper the way they talk to people, or the way they emotionalize or internalize things, and then regurgitate stuff or just blurt out stuff, because that could scare prospects away from them. Somebody with the stars energy too, somebody needs to be open to more than one type of circumstances happening around like dating and love and relationships and friendships. Like somebody needs to with the critical thinking energy really broaden their mindset, because someone is like so trapped in some one way of seeing things that they think like if any type of like setback or delay, not even a setback, just a simple delay occurs, that everything is lost, and they can tend to like really operate in a shadow like energy, and that really will push a prospect away. But even if someone fakes like they are healing that, it will not shine through. The wound and the toxic energy will still shine through here. So even if someone is faking like, I'm not like that no more, or they're saying that, the heart will still show. You've got Earth coming out in the upright position. This card says, utilize logic, reason, and common sense. God damn. I'm telling you. Someone is not logical when they put like expectations or their emotions into something. They lose all logic and critical thinking. Earth energy, utilize logic, reasoning, common sense. It's like, be more grounded. Like, but it's almost like somebody is gonna refuse. I'm telling you right now, someone refuse, like, no, I will not. Because if my feelings are hurt or my emotions are not met, I am obligated and granted permission to act in this way. but it blinds them. Seven of Cups, and they don't see how this pushes someone away from wanting to interact with them on a romantic or platonic level. Bottom of the deck, in the upright position is the Oracle. Seek wisdom and guidance from elders. Wow. So this could be like something that has happened. Even with like your mom, your dad, the people you probably can ask, like, why did y'all break up? Why did, and then they'll say certain things that will cue you to things that you probably embody right now. Wow, water in reverse coming out. Emotions are at their peak. So someone is just overly emotional about everything, and they say they're not, but they are. Good grief. All right, let's move on. Yeah, that's a lot of emotional turmoil right there. Like, even myself, and I'm patient as fuck, I wouldn't even deal with that. I don't give a fuck if you was dicking me down or being my friend. I would not deal with that. I promise you. Like, that's a lot, and people sometimes who don't deal with their traumas or their triggers and shit, they go into every relationship, platonic or romantic, expecting those people to either tiptoe around their triggers or to show up in spaces where other people didn't. And then it turns more into an obligation than a friendship or a romance or whatever. And then everybody feels like they're in a prison. The person who's being projected onto feels like they're in a prison. Like, if they show one iota of like not being attached in some style or not wanting to put up with it, then they're in some type of prison of the person who's projecting. And the person who's projecting is already in a prison. That's why they're projecting. That's the only way they know how to live, is to project. So it's just like a vicious cycle. And that's why Spirit is saying people are choosing to walk away from that, because it's too much stress involved in people's life right now. Aside from those types of things. Okay? All right. You guys got Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch. How befitting for fall. This card says, count your blessings. Okay. Let's read this. And it's number 1. So that's an ace. So this is an important message. This card says, something precious is all about you, but it has come so familiar you can barely see it anymore. It is such a fixture in your life that familiarity has bred, if not contempt, a kind of blindness. The beautiful little girl the beautiful little girl ghost in the pumpkin patch sky asks you very gently to see the abundance all around you and to appreciate that while you are in the physical form, there is so much you can enjoy. She wishes for you to harvest what is yours now and to also take steps to call in any debts and share the bounty. Do not let anyone cheat you, and know that you don't own a single thing. In truth, it will all pass through your hands. But still, ironically, these things you have earned through your hard work are worth protecting. They are not too small. They are not too ordinary. You have more material wealth than you think. So please do count your blessings every day. See the ghost of the pumpkin patch. That's like the past. The ghosts are the past. Sometimes people be wanting so much. And it's fine to, amass, like stability and things of that nature, but it becomes a problem like when you're not grateful for what you have now, for the moments you are in. Like people tend to like want so much sometimes that they refuse to be present, you know? A lot of people fail to realize that they have a lot of the things that they prayed for, that they are in positions that they asked to be in, that they have things that they wanted now, and then it passes their mind so quickly, and then they're on to the next thing that they want. And that Queen of Pentacles in reverse embodies that energy too, like having stuff but just not seeing the value in it, having stuff but not being grateful because it's not like the newest thing, or it's not like showcased for everyone to see. All right. You got Grumpy Red Fairy. Be your true self. And this card is number 8. And number 8, it on its own is like a very fiery energy. Okay, number 8 is a very fiery number. Okay. This card says, to some people in this world, sadly but also truly, it is all about fitting in, all about playing by the rules. And because they've put so many restrictions on themselves, they get very disapproving when others, like you, the grumpy fairy, the grumpy red fairy, feel free enough to be themselves, to express themselves in exciting and dramatic and creative ways. When the grumpy red fairy comes to play, it may be time to really just be your own true self, whoever that is, from day to day. Wear black. Experiment with your hair and your own personal style. Play the drums. Join a rock band. Just don't fake it. Don't smile and be sugary sweet and all nicey nice just because you think that's how you should be. Be real. Be authentic. Be funny. Be you. Try different things. Find out who you are. Then the smiles that do come will be genuine and will warm the hearts of us all. Boom. Yeah. Don't be fucking fake nice and smiling in the face of disrespect and smiling in the face of uncomfortability. Be you. Everybody is so copy and paste nowadays that as soon as you divvy from the plan, or you don't want to act like how everything is so called lined up in the fake ass society, people want to outcast you. That's fine. Be the fucking outcast. At least you being the outcast, you be free, and you ain't gotta live under the constructs of people who ain't even governing their own self, people who don't even have their own autonomy and alignment. Be you. Just change. Just be free. You are literally being called to be free at this time. Too much containment has been going on for you. And your freedom is going to make people uncomfortable. It happens. Look at the world. Everywhere you look, You could type in something that somebody will be saying negative about something about somebody. You could be the kindest, quietest, meekest, demonic energy, humble person ever, and people will still be mad at you. You could be encouraging, uplifting, outgoing, funny yourself, and people will still be mad at you. You could shrink yourself, never show who you truly are, never go for your goals and your dreams, never laugh and dance in the rain or be who you want to be, and people will still be mad at you. You could stay the fuck out the way and never bother nobody, and people will still be mad at you. That's why you gotta be yourself. Fuck people, man. They ain't even being themselves. So of course, when they see you being yourself and just being carefree, they gonna either think you stupid or they gonna think you weak. But what they think don't matter. I'm telling you straight up. Especially when you dealing with people with warped ass emotional mindsets. Every time you step up and show up as yourself on the world stage, they're going to be mad at you for that. Oh, I can't believe they posted themselves smiling. I can't believe they posted a sandwich. Like, motherfuckers is just always mad nowadays. Everything is under the microscope except their own soul. Be true to you. And the people that really fuck with you and love you, they going to show up too. And even if they don't, at least you know you was true to yourself all the time. Nowadays, I'm telling you, the culture is find a fault. We are a find a fault culture, my nigga. Find a fault, hide your fault. That's all people do all day. Is find faults in others to make themselves feel more secure in their own insecurities. Don't get washed up in that shit. Be your quirky, outgoing, individual self. Even if you're in a relationship, you got to maintain some individuality. Don't enmesh with nobody bullshit or nobody personality in hopes to grow closer. Just be you. All right? That's where you going to find what's meant for you. When you being true to your own energy signature, that's when the shit that's meant for you shows up. When you mimicking and trying to destroy or become like somebody else's energy signature, that's when you miss the transactions that were meant for you on your soul's journey. All right? And when you try to become what others think you should become, you lose yourself. And when you lose yourself, you go fucking crazy. Never strive to be what other people think you should be or what other people are comfortable with you being. Because that means they don't even really fuck with you like that anyway. And you already know who really fuck with you and who don't. So don't ever compromise your autonomy for nobody. All right, gang. That was your collective timeless tarot reading. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to everybody who liked, subscribed, bought anything from my websites, booked this reading with me, everything. You know, if you show love and you solid, you already know I appreciate you guys immensely. And y'all take good care of yourselves out here. And don't let nobody get you washed up on no BS, man. All right? Don't you wash yourself up either. I mean, cleanse your spirit. Don't get washed up in these little fake ass currents and shit. All right? Y'all take care of each other and shit. All right, gang. Sending you love, peace, and balance.